here's one for me, one of the most important things you can do. When you go to sleep at night, sleep with that window open as much as possible. That's one of the most important things you can do for your health. As a matter of fact, sleep outside if you need to. The more you close those windows and lock those doors, that's, people fly in a plane and they complain, oh, I'm getting a headache because there's no circulated air here and all this. There's no windows. Then they go home or a hotel and they do the same thing they were doing in a plane by choice. It's crazy. I love to sleep outside. I used to sleep outside as much as I possibly could. I fit right in, right? But I used to sleep outside all the time. One of my favorite stories of sleeping outside is when I was in Sacramento, California. No, Reno, Nevada. It was Reno, Nevada. And I had a big talk to do the next day, so I wanted to get the best sleep I can get. So the lady at the house had a sleeping bag, and I said, can I sleep outside in the yard? She said, I don't recommend that. It's cold out there. I said, that's not a problem because I learned a trick. Now, I didn't grow up camping. I grew up in New York. I grew up in Brooklyn. We don't camp in Brooklyn. I mean, you go out west, they call it camping if you sleep outside. If you're in New York and you sleep outside, they call it homeless. It's different. So here I am, and I said, no, I need sleep out. She said, it's kind of cold out there. It was winter time. I said, I learned a trick, or I heard about a trick, and I wanted to see if it would work. This was one of the first times I slept outside. And they say when you get in the sleeping bag, if you take off all your clothes, it keeps your heat within the bag. And it's actually warmer than if you're sleeping with clothes. Can anyone contest to this?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what I did. I said, no problem. Give me the sleeping bag, and I could stay warm by taking off my clothes in the sleeping bag. Then they said, you sure? It might snow out there. I said, that's all right. I'll be okay. Then they said, we have mountain lions out there. I said, really now? What are the chances of me seeing a mountain lion? And if I did, it'd probably be more scared of me than I would be of it. But I took my cell phone just in case. So I get out there. It's real dark in the mountains in Nevada. And I saw more stars than I've ever seen other than getting punched out. So I'm out there. I get my sleeping bag, open up, take my clothes off. Nobody's around. And I'm sleeping. And then all of a sudden I hear something. I hear a whole bunch of coyotes. That was pretty cool. But then I heard something else. And I looked up. And I kid you not, there was a mountain lion sitting there staring at me. I was stressing. Those are the times you stress. I had my cell phone, but I was out of range or something because it wasn't working. And then it comes in range and the battery dies, and I'm like, great, because I had nowhere to charge it. So I'm thinking, this isn't good. What should I do? And it's just sitting there, not moving, looking at me. And I'm thinking, not good. I'm thinking of my options. I'm saying, well, I certainly can't outrun this thing. I'm not going to try to naked. So I said, I'm just going to go to sleep, and hopefully when I wake up, it's not there. So I closed my eyes. I didn't sleep too well. And then in the morning, I woke up, and the sun was out. And it actually wasn't a mountain lion. It was a garbage can with two things sticking out and a hose at the end, and it looked exactly like the shape of a mountain lion. And I came in the morning, and they said, how'd you sleep? I said, leave me alone. The next day, I had bags under my eyes and everything. I'm like, throw your garbage out, ma'am. But normally, sleeping outside would be the better thing to do, if you can. Unless you live in Brooklyn, leave those windows open. It's not a problem. I leave the windows open all the time, and I have no issues. So if it's too cold, if you want the heater on, put the heater on, but leave the window open. If it's too hot, leave the air conditioner on, but leave the window open. How many of you sleep with the window closed? It's not a good thing. How many sleep with it open? How many of you don't want to answer?